I have no say or approval, but look at my daughter's complete makeup. She's in love with an emo girl on TikTok. Hey, what are your thoughts? Would this be cool in your opinion? Do you understand? And it was me who gave them a cool look. She is 12 years old. She is 12 years old. Wandering around wearing brilliant blue hair, the tiniest miniskirt imaginable, and a curse set. All right, everyone. Kim K and Kanye are once again at odds about how they raise their children. Furthermore, Kanye is genuinely threatening to sue Kim this time. So, this is what's happening. Recently, several images of North West went viral, revealing that she was dressed entirely out of character for her age. To put it mildly, people are going crazy on the internet. Kim is being pulled about by fans. Additionally, Kanye threatens to bring his attorneys after Kim until she stops this. However, it goes beyond a simple dress. Behind the scenes, the drama is much greater. Now, Kanye is after Kris Jenner as well. He also asserts that Kris and Kim have a dark scheme for North. And he claims that they are really marketing her as a product, which is why they are permitting her to dress in this way. Yes, there is a lot to go through here. Let's get right to the point. Since people saw what Kim Kardashian let 12-year-old North to wear in Rome, she has been receiving a lot of negative feedback online. North stood out wearing a tiny mini dress, a corset top, large cumbersome black boots, long blue hair, and a full face of makeup as if she were going to a club. Fans didn't believe that either. They are accusing Kim of treating her kid like an accessory and dragging her around, calling her disgusting and unpleasant. Many claim that she is so focused on being the cool mom that she is losing sight of the importance of parenting. Others are even accusing Kim of essentially selling North, bringing up the entire Balenciaga incident. In addition, many people believe that Kanye was correct. She took her collaboration with Balenciaga seriously, according to a comment. She also questions why Kanye blasted North for being exposed to certain things online. Even if he did it incorrectly, he was correct. However, given his constant objectification of women, including his wife Bianca, some fans argue that while Kanye may be correct in this regard, he is unquestionably the wrong message, not to mention this complete circus. Kanye believed that North's collaboration with Diddy, the man who was really caught on camera touching a woman, was a fantastic idea. Kanye released a brand new song titled "Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine" back in March, and he captioned it, "New Song by Puff, Daddy," which featured my daughter North West, his son King Combs, and Jasmine Williams, a new Yeezy artist from Chicago. The song opens with Diddy and Kanye on the phone, with Diddy saying, "Thank you, Kanye, for looking after my kids while I'm in jail." It's disgusting to put North in the midst of something that already feels clumsy and exploitative. Fans were giving his song the side look and wondering why a youngster was placed next to a man who had a history of acting in a way that was unsettling to women. As for Kim, she really made an effort to put an end to it all. She also texted Kanye to let him know that Kim legally owns the trademark for North West, so he couldn't just put North on a track with Diddy without her consent. In other words, Kanye is theoretically prohibited from using their daughter's name, likeness, or voice in a business endeavor without Kim's consent. "I asked you at the time if I could trademark her name," Kim wrote. "Yes," you replied. "It belongs to her when she turns 18. Stop then." To keep her safe, I faxed over documents preventing her from appearing in the Diddy song. A single individual must trademark. "Amend it or I'm going to war and neither of us will recover from the public fallout," Kanye retorted. "I'll have to be killed by you. That's the problem." It appears like North's two parents are so focused on themselves that they are unable to prioritize North's welfare. Diddy appeared on that song, so Kim wasn't upset about it. The Jenners were frequent attendees at Diddy's events after all. She is upset because she wants to profit only from North's name. Kanye, meantime, openly defends predators and continuously disparages women, despite his claims that he wishes to preserve his daughter's innocence. Therefore, poor North has little opportunity of having a typical upbringing because of these two parents. This is where things become even more messy, though. As you are already aware, Kanye was not going to remain silent about these recent images of North wearing a miniskirt and a corset. He's not just venting online, though, this time. He is threatening to sue Kim for the incident. According to a source who spoke to Globe magazine, Kanye believes his daughter, who is 12 years old, is far too young to be showing off in this manner. He also threatened to cause hell with the lawyers if Kim didn't stop this. According to the source, he detests losing control and being powerless. He is going on and on about this, stating that Kim has gone too far and that he will not tolerate it. Here's the problem, though. According to Kanye, Kim isn't the only one pressuring North to wear this outfit. Kris Jenner is her mother. Kanye also claims that Kris has a dark scheme to make North into another Kim, even if it involves Playboy shooting and leaking videos. Additionally, recall how Kanye called Beyoncé and Jay's twins a variety of derogatory names a few months ago. In fact, he charged the Kardashians of ex-trafficking outright during that same tirade. When Kanye noticed that North appeared on a song with the English musician FKA Twigs, he got crazy and wrote, "Kim Kardashian is an ex-traker." The fact that Twigs dressed up my daughter in her video bothers me. Twigs could have done better, in my opinion. You are all ninjas. Watch, don't believe me, and just call me insane. My soul is black. Kanye is now attacking Kris Jenner as well, saying that this is all a part of her scheme to sell Chicago and North to the industry. Kanye has a point regarding Kris, regardless of what you think of him. This mom really viewed her own daughter's intimate films in order to choose which one would fetch the highest price. Additionally, Kris came up with the concept to create a third cassette, according to Ray J. I had her fingerprints and scribbling all over my contract. Take a look at the two, at my signature and her signature on my deliverables, which are, for example, sex tapes 1 and 2. And guess what? They refer to the second or third sex tape they have been attempting to play me on as Santa Barbara, sex. For safety, her mother forced us to go shoot it. Hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better, she added, observing the mother. It looks better on my kid than the second one I made you all make. However, after seeing it and making up your mind, you go on whatever show you were on and put yourself through a lie detector test with a fraudster. Let that sink in now. As if she were the corn producer, a mother would practically urge her daughter to record another private tape and then sit down to watch it. She may also turn it into a profitable venture. Parenting isn't like that. That is another word that begins with the letter P. Given that Kim is already using the same model with her own girls and transforming them into extensions of the Kardashian brand before they have even had a chance to grow up, is this really shocking? Not to mention how Kris encouraged Kim and Kylie to pose for Playboy. And here's the thing. Kris persuaded Kim to perform a second shoot with even greater flesh exposure after she expressed discomfort about it. Kanye stated that he is concerned about his girls spending too much time with Kris for just this reason. According to people close to Kanye, he believes Kris is getting ready to use the same strategy against North and Chicago. She also intends to make them into the next Kylie and Kim. Recall that when Kim let North to use TikTok, Kanye already made an effort to assert himself. Kim dismissed him as though he was being overbearing, despite his outburst that he didn't want his daughter dancing in front of millions of strangers on the internet. However, if Kanye is correct, this goes beyond TikTok videos. The receipts are beginning to mount as Kris gradually ensnares North and Chicago in the Kardashian-Jenner money machine, positioning them as the next generation of family cash cows. In June 2020, just before Kim filed for divorce, Kanye said, "I put my life on the line for my children that North's mother would never sell her exap," criticizing Kris for Kim's Playboy shoot. "I put my life on my God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy," Kanye added in a subsequent post. "The ranch is where I am. Come get me." Therefore, you can't help but feel sorry for North at the end of the day. While Kanye is yelling about preserving her innocence and putting her on songs with Diddy, Kim is showing her off while dressed like a grown lady. Grandma Kris was the driving force behind transforming her own kids into brands. Even though North is still a little child, people are analyzing every move she makes and making comments on her attractiveness online. All you can do now is watch and see what happens. But tell me what you think about this. Given his own history, is Kanye being hypocritical or correct in his criticism of Kim as a careless parent? What about Kris? Do you genuinely believe she intends to transform North Korea Kim K 2.0 ? I'll see you in the future video. Please leave all of your comments below. With the lawyers. The insider said he hates being out of control and unable to exert his influence. He's ranting and raving about this, saying Kim's crossed the line and he's not going to stand for it. But here's the thing. Kanye is now saying that it's not just Kim who's pushing North to dress like this. It's her momager, Kris Jenner. And according to Kanye, Kris has a sinister plan to turn North into another Kim, even if that means Playboy shoots and leaked tapes. Also, remember a few months back when Kanye disrespected Beyonce and Jay's twins, calling them all types of offensive names? Well, during that same rant, he directly accused the Kardashians of ex-trafficking. Kanye went off after seeing that North was featured on a song with English artist FKA Twigs, and he wrote, "Kim Kardashian is an ex-tracker. I don't like that Twigs has my daughter in her video dressing all grown. I would have expected more from Twigs. It's F all you ninjas. My soul is black and watch all don't believe me and just say I'm crazy." And now Kanye is also going off on Kris Jenner and claiming that this is all part of her plan to sell North and Chicago to the industry. Now say what you will about Kanye, but he's definitely got a point about Kris. I mean, this is a woman who literally watched her own daughter's private tapes so she could pick the one that would sell for the most money. And according to Ray J, it was Kris's idea to make a third tape. Got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that's, say, sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape, or the second they've been trying to play me on, they call Santa Barbara sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, "Hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do." But you watched it and made a decision, and then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud. Now, let that sink in. A mother literally telling her daughter to go make another private tape, then sitting down to watch it like she's the corn producer. Also, she could flip it into a profit machine. That's not parenting. That's another word that starts with P. So, is it really shocking that Kim is already laying the same blueprint with her own daughters and turning them into extensions of the Kardashian brand before they even get a chance to be kids? Oh, let's not forget how Kris also pushed both Kim and Kylie to pose for Playboy. And get this, even after Kim said she was uncomfortable with showing too much skin, Kris convinced her to do a second shoot and show even more. And this is exactly why Kanye said he's worried about his daughters spending too much time around Kris. Sources close to Kanye are now saying that he's convinced Kris is preparing to run the same playbook on North and Chicago. And her plan is to turn them into the next Kim and Kylie. Remember, Kanye already tried to put his foot down when Kim let North use TikTok. He went on rants saying he didn't want his daughter dancing around on the internet for millions of strangers. But Kim brushed him off like he was just being controlling. But if Kanye is right, this isn't just about TikTok videos. This is about Kris slowly pulling North and Chicago into the Kardashian-Jenner money machine, setting them up as the next generation of family cash cows, and the receipts are starting to pile up. Remember, back in June 2020, right before Kim filed for divorce, Kanye called out Kris over Kim's Playboy shoot and wrote, "I put my life on the line for my children that North's mother would never sell her Exapi." And then in another post, Kanye wrote, "I put my life on my God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy. And that's on God. I'm at the ranch. Come and get me." So yeah, at the end of the day, you can't help but feel sorry for North. Kim is parading her around, dressed like a grown woman, while Kanye is screaming about protecting her innocence, but also putting her on songs with Diddy. And then you have Grandma Kris, who is the mastermind of turning her own children into brand. Meanwhile, North is still just a kid, and you have people online commenting on her physical appearance and scrutinizing her every move. At this point, you just have to watch and see how it unfolds. But let me know your thoughts on this. Is Kanye right about Kim being a reckless parent, or is he being a hypocrite considering his own track record? And what about Kris? Do you think she really has a plan to turn North into Kim K2? 0? Drop all your comments below and I'll catch you in the next video.